Control Alt Restriction Systems 3, 2, 1. Approval of Situation A recognized, commencing the Cromwell invocation. Ability restrictions lifted for limited use until the enemy has been rendered silent.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Weekday Anime, where today I did go a little later than normal, mainly because I had some work to do, but I thought I'd give it a try to match up the time that I start this show with the time that I start the Saturday show. So I do have a poll going, asking which time would be most preferred for the weekday show, and whichever one wins out is going to be where we're going to be going. But before we fully get started, I do want to recognize that Keely Chow was first. He said, "What's up, everybody?" before he dropped the like and had to leave. And hello to Dennis McCullough. And let's see, to the thing that should not be, welcome to you, one of my Wrenches and channel members, D. Bud Martin. Good to see you. And of course, Pat S., my producer extraordinaire. And let's see here, who else is here today? Oh, Stream Elements, you're here. We're going to get rid of you, though. Hello to the lovely Sherry. Welcome to you. Great to have you. And of course, my co-host for today, Blaine. And Blaine,
good
there
morning.
You are. How are you?
I am doing great. I have injected my annual Starbucks Seattle coffee directly to my veins. And yes, it is technically Starbucks because I buy the Starbucks beans because I'm just a local guy, a little local boy here, just trying to watch some anime and enjoy the season.
Oh yes, and this season it has been pretty interesting. So let me I need to mute myself for just a moment so I can finish up one last little task. And if you could go ahead and just do a quick rundown of this current summer season and what you've seen so far that that has been worthy of your time.
Definitely. I will do just that. You have fun with work. Oh, he just muted. He didn't remove his. Okay. All right. So this summer season has been packed. I thought that the spring season was a heck of a lineup that we would be watching. But jumping into the summer season, it was even more like, oh, that sounds unique. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, a season 2 for the thing I like, and another season 2 for a thing I like. And when I got the message hey, you want to come on and talk about summer 2022, I was like, oh, I haven't seen half of it. And then I realized that not seeing half of it means I've still seen what is this? Almost 15 different shows for this season, and I still have more that are at least surface level interesting to me. Very, very exciting. So welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner on the Anime Guy 101's morning channel. This will be fun.
Kampai. Thank you very much, Blaine. I
Kampai, everyone.
That. All right, I do want to say hello to a few other people that have shown up today. Hello to Daniel. Welcome to you. Rambam 3000. Great to have you as always. And yeah, this summer season so far has been really good for me. I have completely blazed through Bastard, and I must say, I think you're right. It needed for a modern anime, it's very uncensored, but compared to a traditional anime from the 80s or 90s, it is as censored as you can get. It really is.
It doesn't make sense to me unless Netflix in Japan has to follow the same broadcasting standards, and they just went ahead and censored it anyway, and they were like, oh, we'll sell Blu-rays, and Netflix is going to get into the Blu-ray game where they sell an uncensored version. But yeah, it's very much so you're not on broadcast TV. Show me the bones, show me the blood, show me the viscera. Let him hang dong and free the nip. Let's get a real classic heavy metal dark fantasy anime out here.
Yes, no kidding. But considering even as censored as it is, it was still really good. I thoroughly enjoyed the crap out of it. So I cannot wait for the second half of the season, which, if I remember correctly, is going to be airing in August. August 15th is when they're dropping it. So
Should be good.
yes, but let me bring up my list of shows that I selected here. There we go. Let me actually make it bigger so you can actually see it. Let's see, is that pretty good, or need to go one
Which
more?
these? Oh, I want to do that.
There we go. All right. So for this season so far, I have blazed through all of Bastard, and I gave it for the first 13 episode a 9. I did thoroughly enjoy it. It does strike a lot of chords of some older anime, but of course it's modern, so it's got some of the modern quirks. Hence why it doesn't get a higher number from me. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, I also need to adjust this because I have buzzed through the second episode of that, and holy shit, this is this is great.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's so damn good. I can't
We've all
believe
been
how good it
joking.
is.
We've all been joking about the little Sega thing, but like that's a deep cut throughout the whole like first episode, second episode. It's like it's not just who won and he's like stuck in the console wars because he hasn't been here for 17 years. Sega was his life, you know? Like I was just a light joke I thought, but they really go into it.
Oh yes, yeah. Sega was everything to him, and in the second episode, he really makes mention that those that are Sega fans, they were different than the rest of them, and I do believe that to be true. The true Sega fanboys are vastly different than the Sony. I'll just come out and say it. The Sony posers. I
I'm not
used to
like
like
the other
Sony,
gamers.
but the older I get, the less I like Sony. It's just the way
Yeah.
that's worked out. I just don't like Sony as much as I like Sega.
I'll,
But
I'll be honest. I switched to PlayStation at the PlayStation 3 because you could
mhm,
play online with friends without paying for a subscription. You just needed internet. That was
yeah,
the biggest call, and then eventually that turned into the same sort of thing as PlayStation Plus because everybody went to that model. And but I made the transition well into the Sony life cycle there.
yeah, and I've had all of them except the 5, and I would definitely. Well, I've got my PlayStation 2, and I do like it because that was back at the time when they were running on all cylinders and not censoring
Oh
shit. So,
yeah.
but let's see here. Yes, there is always way too much anime to go through, and this season's no exception.
Well,
And
and
yeah,
that's
that.
that's what we're here for, Daniel. We
Yep.
we we will watch as much as we can. And there's a couple. I got Serranos. Shout out to him in my Discord chat community here. He watches everything and comes up with tier lists and drop lists. So you don't have to waste any time watching a show that he drops because it's probably been dropped for a reason. So
Yeah.
stick to the stuff in those A and B tiers. Maybe drop down to C if you're a little bored with the others. But yeah, only watch what you enjoy. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. And yes, that was Megadeth. I released Dave Mustaine. Megadeth.
Yep.
Yes, the original was definitely a lot more brutal. That is so very true. Yes, as I said, definitely finish it. It's well worth the watch. It's just I I'm left wanting more, and I'm not getting more. But for how things work in the current day, it's probably as good as we're gonna get, which is good and bad, but it is.
Hmm.
And yes, I do try to be a man of culture. I will say this for the second episode: the the nephew buys a Saturn for his uncle, and they end up playing. Oh shit! What was the? Damn it! I can see the game. He was pissed that it wasn't number one. Oh damn it! But
I don't
anyways,
remember.
there's one side-scrolling hack and slash game that works on 3 different planes. So it has parallax scrolling. But what was unique about it is it could go up to 6 players with the multi-tap, and it was friggin' badass. It is one of the games you have to have for that system. Fortunately for us, there is a US version of it, so but oh shit, damn it. It's not Gunstar Heroes, that's the Genesis one. Hold on.
Mega
Uh
Bomber.
Well, Bomberman is a good one that can go up to 8 players, but let's see. Damn it, I'll have
Double
to actually
dribble.
watch it again to get the game. But anyways, if you watch the episode, if you're a Sega fan, you'll know it. And no, it's not Virtua Fighter.
Gunstar Heroes.
Gunstar Heroes was on the Genesis.
Oh,
Oh,
Mega Drive. You
damn
said.
it. Man, my brain just went dead. I can see it. Hold on. This is really gonna bother me until I
Hold
get
on.
it. So
We're figuring it out. I'm diving. I'm diving. I'll entertain chat. Console lovers? No, I have been a PC gamer since my PC was beige. Get out of here. Consoles are just quick and easy. If you get home from school, you don't have to reboot into DOS in order to pop open Scorched Earth to play the tank game. Or the original the Enter the Matrix game where you could actually hack the game, and that was part of the game was hacking the game. I'm a PC boy through and through, but you want to play with friends? Friends got consoles. You need a console to play with friends.
that is true. And if I finally found the game, I finally have it. Guardian Heroes. There we
Guardian
go.
Heroes.
Yes.
That's hilarious. That sounds like such a snake's nest of like a rat king, where all the rats' tails intertwine when you make a six controller port Sega Saturn.
Yeah. You had to have the multi-tap for it, but that one is probably close to the most expensive, if not the most expensive US release. And it was such a good game. As I said, it's got parallax side-scrolling adventure, you had multiple levels on it, and it was fast and furious. And they did make a version of it for the 360, but the Saturn version is where it was at. It's just a phenomenal. It's an S level grade of game. So if you collect, this is one that you have to have for your US. And if you really like to be a completionist, get the Japanese version as well, because
awesome.
The Japanese one isn't as expensive.
Awesome.
Yes, but he bought a Saturn for his uncle, and that was one of the games, and he was like, "Oh, let's go play some Guardian Heroes."
There you go.
And yes, they both have their advantages. I've been more of a PC guy myself, but when it goes to the consoles, I should be shot for getting rid of the 2 Saturns that I owned previously, because I owned a Saturn when it was new, so I had a lot of this stuff. And no, not Kirby. No Kirby. And I do want to say welcome to Brandon Looney Tunes Fan 2000. What's up? Is we're talking some summer anime, so great to have you here. Yeah, it's one of the more prevalent games as far as top tier, grade S, expensive, all that stuff. So let's bring in your listing here.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, Uncle from Another World, gotta watch it. So
gotta watch. It was very, very fun. I'm excited to continue, and everything I hear from people who are foreign, it's still very fun, still very good.
Yes.
No, the next one, Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. This show is hilarious. We're taking the daughter of the Yakuza boss and giving her guardianship or babysitting rights to one of the guys who is the best at just kicking everyone's ass. Like it's not just, oh, he's the big tough guy. Like the very opening scene is him just destroying an entire group of other side Yakuza, and then he comes back and he's maybe bleeding from like a punch. Like he's just the guy that kicks ass. But he needs to learn responsibility. So to learn responsibility, the Yakuza boss is like, you're going to watch my daughter and make sure she stays safe. It's adorable. It's cute. You've got, a little girl who kind of knows what's going on. Like her dad can't ever come to school, or, all this stuff is going on. And then this hard badass who's learning to be a little softer and kind of see other people's needs. It's wonderful. And people who love pretty boys, Ike men, this is definitely a show for you.
I have yet to check that one out, but it is on my list.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it. And Daniel says, "Wait, you're trying to say this was better than the old school X-Men side scroller multiplayer game from Konami? It's in the same vein, but since it was set on the Saturn, didn't quite have the horsepower that the arcade for that one did, but similar ideas." So yeah, it's one of those that if you can get, you're gonna enjoy, and yeah, you'll love to death. And congratulations to you, Brandon of Looney Tunes fan 2000, for having 693 subs. Good on you.
Nice.
And let's
Nice.
see.
You're tripling me.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting sounds hilarious.
It is. It is adorable, and one of the best parts about it is how it shows that the boss, the Aniki of the Yakuza, is just a dad, and he's like a dad that wishes he could go to arts and crafts day at school, and but at the same time, he's this hard ass who has to make sure that like everybody underneath him is doing what they need to do. It is wonderful, wonderful show.
Yes. And the thing that should not be said, that most consoles now are basically just lockdown PCs, the equivalent of $800 worth of compatibility. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's all
And that's what
about
I
the
miss about,
exclusives.
Yeah, and that's what I miss about the old days, is the hardware was vastly different between them all. They all had different
Mhm.
different philosophies or ways of thinking. So
The programmers
But,
don't miss those days. I'll tell you that much.
no,
You're
they
like,
don't.
oh, I can
They don't
program
miss
for
those days.
Microsoft and it'll be on every PC and console they have. Sweet.
Pretty much, the same programming language does make it easier. So Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, it's a thumbs up and go see. So
Very,
what's,
very fun, and people who are deeper in are telling me that it's well worth the squeeze. Shine On Bakumatsu Bad Boys. This one, I have heard mixed reviews moving forward. Essentially, what we have is in the Edo period, where everybody had to give up their swords. Everybody, that is, except the Shinsengumi, the samurai police, essentially, who were helping the shogun. In this world, all of the generals of this police squad, the Shinsengumi, have been killed for some reason. It literally just opens up like, they're dead. And then we're taking these prisoners, and we're going to say that you're this guy, you're this guy, you're this guy. So they're all taking the place of the Shinsengumi generals. And why? I don't know yet. It's very good with like a mystery of like, why are we putting criminals in this position who were going to die? And now we're trying to figure out who, is trying to kill off the Shinsengumi. Everything about episode 1 really sets up a solid episode, or a solid series. I've heard it tails off a little bit, gets into a little bit of like more character building and less just nonstop action and let's get to the next guy and fight him too. But it's an okay one. I'd say it's a little more like a C tier, B tier, as opposed to an A tier, even episode 1.
Okay, well, there you go. It's worth the watch, but maybe further down the line.
Yep.
All right,
Rent a Girlfriend.
Mhm.
Season 2. If you watch season 1, you want to watch this one. The best thing that this one did is it took about 1 minute out of the beginning of the episode, because this is a like four girls and their interactions with this dude, right? I hesitate to actually say harem because a couple of them just hate him, like actually hate him. So it's not quite a harem show, but it sort of tries to set itself up like that. But it is about their relationships. And so it literally goes through each of the girls and has them sort of introduce who they are, what they did last season, and how they're interacting with the other characters. And it's just boom, 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 boom. And you're like, thank you for getting me caught up before we get too deep into, a show. And I'm like, wait, who are you again? Why are you again? I don't remember you, anything like that. It was a very good job at recapping and getting me caught up. For those who don't know, Rent a Girlfriend is in Japan. They have, so we call prostitution escorts to get around the legality of it. But in Japan, paid dating is an actual thing where you can pay to date someone. It is a similar to Japanese Tinder, where you just swipe to go hang out with somebody. In Japan, you can pay to literally just go on a date with someone. It is a I can't talk to girls, but I'll pay a girl and then she'll pretend to be my girlfriend for a little bit. This is a real thing that actually happens. People over there are so lonely that they will pay just to hang out with somebody. From a vending machine, yes, it's a massive, massive vending machine. You just clunk, out they pop. Some people, some people don't like it because it has that like kind of prostitution vibe, but it really is just a date, which I potentially worse. I don't know actually.
Yes, and I want to say hello to Master of the TDS. Welcome to you, sir. Great to have you. And Rambam says, I wonder how many Yakuza Oyabun, or let's see, Oyabun, who are fathers wish that.
Probably
and
all.
Ancient Japanese government banned swords. Whoa, what? That would never happen in modern times.
They're still kind of banned. You need like a bunch
Yeah.
of licensing to buy like a real sword in Japan.
Yeah, and why rent a girlfriend when you can just buy one from the dollhouse? And yeah, when I think of harems, I do think of Tenchi, and that's going to be one that we talk about next month for sure, because I love Tenchi. And War Monkey, welcome, great to have you here. So, okay, so rent a girlfriend. Would you say A, B, C, or?
Oh, it's an A for me.
Okay.
The dude he's a guy who's so pathetic he has to pay someone to date him, who is then trying to turn his life around so that the girl he's paying will actually be his girlfriend. So it's it's like, I don't know. You have that sort of like, yeah, you can do it, buddy. At the same time that like you're like, nah, you're kind of a social piece of trash, and I want to see what these girls actually finally decide to improve their own lives, because like the girlfriend that he's renting, she's doing it so she can get money to pay for acting classes so that and she's doing stage plays, and it's a very like she's just trying to earn to do something different, right? And so you're rooting for almost everybody but the main character, which I think is a fun dynamic.
Yes, and you can pay to go on a date legally in the US too. It's offering more than emotional and intellectual intimacy that is illegal. Yeah, that is true. And
Yeah.
sounds like another show mocking incels or
Oh,
the
yeah.
herbivore man.
Indeed.
I'll have to. I think that one. Yeah, that one is on my list, but I need to check out the prior season. So, what
I
what have you
would
got
put it pretty
next?
low on a priority list if you haven't seen season one. If you haven't
Okay.
seen season one, you know it's sort of a C tier anime overall, maybe even D tier. You know, it's just sort of a put it on and see what happens. Nothing too crazy.
All right. Well, I'll have to dig into that when I get more time. But
Mhm.
let's see. The next ones on your list there are Prima Doll,
Prima
My
Doll.
Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, The Devil is a Part-Timer Part 2 or Season
Yep.
2, and Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. So, where do you want to begin with those?
Right off the bat, don't watch Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. It's confusing. It's dumb. It's a show that thinks it's smarter than it is. And there's not much coming from that show. So just right off the bat, don't watch it. Drop it after like 5 minutes of getting into it. I watched the whole episode. Don't do what I did. Trust me.
A waste
Devil's
of
Apart.
24 minutes, huh?
A waste. Total waste. I could have watched
All right.
anything else.
In that case,
Devil's
I
Apart.
will,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll delete that one off my list then. Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right. What you got next?
Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2. If you watch Season 1, you know you need to watch this one. This anime originally came out, I want to say it was either 2018 or 2008. It was either way long ago or a little bit long ago. It is a fantastic reverse isekai where we have the Devil King who's fighting against the hero who says screw this, opens a portal, jumps into it, and all of a sudden he's in our world. And him and all of his subordinates trying to get used to living in Tokyo, working a part-time job at McDonald's. Fantastic, hilarious. It's situational comedy where the people would normally just blow stuff up or use magic to solve their problems, trying to use a fax machine or a cell phone. It's very funny, very silly.
Yes. So yeah, definitely see a devil as a part-timer. Yeah,
Oh,
I started it and I
2013.
unfortunately ran out of time. And Dennis McCullough said, "A Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. It sounds as smart as a biscuit."
It does. It is as smart as a biscuit. And 2013 for the original Devil. So between what I
It's been
said.
a while. Yeah, almost
Yeah.
10 years. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's Prima Doll is new, right?
Prima Doll is new. I like Prima Doll. It also is potentially going to get boring. Episode 1, very exciting. You have these automata where they're robot girls with like battery backpacks, and one of them wakes up and you're following them around, and they're in a cafe and they're serving coffee and stuff, and it's just sort of this cute thing. But you find out that they were basically general robots that were controlling these less like non-AI robots in war and battle. And you have this whole undertone where their entire design was to make soldiers feel at ease on the battlefield while they're also controlling hundreds of death machines. There's death machines kind of running like randomly going berserk. So they have to use their little Prima Doll power of controlling the death machine already in episode 1. Very, very potentially dark twists with this one, with a veneer of cute anime girls serving tea.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of Westworld potential. They're all AI. So in Japan, AI means I wanted the human to have superpowers, but not have any real explanation for why. So sounds pretty good. I enjoyed episode 1. Excited to see where it goes.
Okay.
I'm also degenerate filth, so I loved my stepmom's daughter as my ex. It is. They broke up prior to their parents getting married, and now they have to keep it a secret, or they want to keep it a secret that they were ever dating in the first place, and then figure out how to be a couple without anybody, or figure out how to be siblings without anyone knowing they were a couple. And it's sort of funny the way they interact. Also edgy. So.
Oh, so very, very etchy. Okay, all right. So, probably C tier, would you say then?
Oh
So,
yeah.
good for a watch if you're in a trashy mood and just want
Yep.
something to laugh at.
Exactly. With a little bit of that emotional, like, oh, we're becoming family now. But with the constant veneer of potential booba.
Yes. Oh, hold on a sec. Did I switch? Let me re-add you back into there you go. I do want to take just a quick little tiny Alucard break. This one, we're going to go with the classic. Bitches love cannons.
Classic. But guess what, Jeeves? That garrote wire won't do shit for dick against armor this thick. What's that, Alfred? How thick is it? Well, half as thick as my dick. So thick enough that you need a fucking anti-tank rifle to pierce it. And I don't even see a piece on your wrinkly old ass.
Police girl, if you may.
Bitches love cannons.
Oh, fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle. Oh, fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle!
I do want to touch upon the spring season real quick.
Oh, sure.
I obviously finished Spy Family. It's as close to perfect as you get. Love After World Domination is hilarious and funny, and yeah, Skeleton Knight into the World. I really enjoyed that. A Couple of Cuckoos has been thoroughly enjoyable. I started watching Aoshi, and the vibe that I got from it was My Hero Academia, but with soccer. So I already have My Hero Academia in my life, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna keep up with it. But if you like soccer, it's there. I still haven't got to Birdie Wing. Still haven't got to Healer Girl.
Best golf anime of all time.
Still haven't got to Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama. Love is War, ultra romantic. Still haven't got to Spriggan. Still haven't got to that. I haven't got to all these, so I'm still trying to buzz through them. But yeah, I would. I'm very hesitant to go any further with the Aoshi because it has that exact same feel as My Hero
Yeah.
Academia. So
Yeah, definitely. You've definitely already seen something like that. But there's some trash on there if you get bored with some of those ones you haven't started yet. Last Demon King or Demon King Reborn, definitely fun, but there'll be more trash like it later, so you'll be fine there.
exactly.
And yeah, there would be no plot if they were open about their past relationship. That's called anime. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And welcome to Hound 3000 Needs Some Hugs. Any news about Arslan Senki? I'm
No.
not sure what that is. Let's see. I saw the movie version of Spriggan. It was fun. I need to finish up with all the Netflix stuff before I lose my subscription. So, and I wish they would hurry the hell up and release. What the hell is it? Where is it?
Uncle's coming out weekly.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
I understand why they're doing it, but I don't like it. So, I wish they would hurry up and get Cyberpunk out because, Studio Trigger and all that. So
Exactly. Give us something else to watch.
Yep. All right. So next on here, we've got Licorice Recoil, Call the Night.
I've been calling it Licorice Recoil.
Licorice Recoil?
It's definitely best of the season for me.
All right. So what is it about Licorice Recoil that has caught your eye and has made you give it that honor of being the best of the season?
So future Japan wants to keep the fact that there are problems a secret. So now all of the police force is like high school girls or girls in high school uniforms who have been raised since orphanhood to be just killers. And then there's like a cleanup crew that comes in behind them. And they wear just standard high school uniforms, so no one knows who they are or thinks who they are. And it's one of those like, there's no crime in Tokyo because you have this entire group that's keeping there to be no crime. So it's following from that. So typically with that setting, we follow some dude who's realizing there's a problem, a THX 1138 or something like that, where it's like, there's something wrong with our perfect society, a Logan's Run or something like that. This is the other side. So we're actually following one of the people that used to work for the actual like department, but now is at like a satellite branch. And she's like, she does her job, but she also thinks there's problems with the way that it works. So it's very, very exciting. Very good so far. If you like something with a little bit of mystery, a little bit of action, a little bit of like, let's talk about society and how we want to deal with our problems, that's a show to do it. Very, very good. This is an A tier, S tier, depending on how you want to rate things.
All right. And hello to Green Lantern 345. Good to have you here. Okay, so Call the Night. That was one that, if I remember correctly, we talked about that you were more interested in. Now, was this one there was one of them that had basically gun runners and vampires, if I remember correctly.
So this one is not that one. This that's gun runners and demons. I haven't started that one yet. Call of the Night gets more and more interesting the more I learn about it as like the meta understanding of the show as opposed to the actual show. The actual show is dude can't sleep, and so he goes out into wander the streets and runs into a vampire, and it's about their relationship. Where he is like true asexual, like he has no like sexual desire, and he makes a girl cry in the beginning because she's like, I love you, and he's like, I don't know what that means. So and then he encounters a vampire and he's like, I want to be a vampire, but the only way to be a vampire is to fall in love with a vampire. So now he has to learn how to love. So you've got this sort of interesting story dynamic coming up with this vampire who's going to suck his blood because he has delicious blood because he's been wandering the streets at night, which makes your blood tasty. Who knows? But more interesting than that, the show is called Call of the Night, which is sort of a translation of a song by a band called Creepy Nuts, which is a really fun band, been around in Japan for a while. They do sort of like cyber jazz with rap. It's a really fun music. And while the mangaka for Call of the Night was writing Call of the Night, he would be listening to their music, and specifically the song Call of the Night, or Song of the Night, I think is the actual translation if you look up the song. And then they now use that song for the intro to the anime adaptation of the manga he wrote while he was listening to that song. So like it's really kind of cool, the things around the story, more so to me than the story itself. Take that how you will, but I get more interested in that stuff than that.
All right. So would you call that one A, B, or C?
It's definitely an A tier show, like A or B. Really, really high quality drawings, and they incorporate enough of like the CG just to like give everything a nice shine. Just the way it looks puts it into A tier. The idea of a guy who, you know, his problem is that he doesn't feel love, and now he has to feel love. That's kind of an interesting take. Like sometimes it's like, oh, we have to fall in love with this person. But to take someone who like doesn't have any of that desire and say, oh, now they have to if they want to get their goal, I'm curious to see where we go.
All right, and welcome to the Peter Venkman fan site. Good to see you today. And CobraCon007 says, is it me or are all the targets male in Licorice?
They are. All the targets are always male. But then they'll have like a female like up the chain who's wearing like a skirt suit. That's welcome to anime.
And Daniel says, sounds like the vampire aspect is a tool for expressing the loneliness and problems of the main character.
Potentially. So far, the vampire aspect has just been the fact that she can like fly, and you know she's so old that the time between cell phones being a brick and today, she still has the brick cell phone because she hasn't bought. She's like, oh, every year's a new one, so I'm not going to upgrade. And just she kind of lose track of time. She thinks that toys from like 10, 15 years ago are really fun. Like, it's kind of interesting. But it hasn't really dawned on anything about the loneliness, I would say, more so than he just thinks that the night is what is more exciting. And if he's a vampire, then he has to live in the night and he could have a more exciting life.
Now, let me ask you, what streaming services have these two shows, the Licorice Recoil
High
and
Dive.
Call the Night? High Dive has both of them?
I believe High Dive has both of them, yeah.
Most excellent. You know what?
Licorice Recoil
$5,
may be on Crunchy, but I'm pretty sure I watched it on High Dive. I can pull that up
for
here in
$5,
just 2
you
seconds.
can't go wrong with High Dive. You just can't.
Exactly.
All right, so the next one you have on here is this Vermeil.
Oh, it is
in
Crunchyroll.
Gold.
Licorice is Crunchyroll. Call the Night is High Dive.
Crunchyroll? Okay.
Vermeil in Gold is bad but fun. It is a guy in sorcery school, and he can't summon something to pass his summoning class. And then the one thing he does summon is this busty, milfy demon who apparently destroyed the world at one point in the past. And it's because he has like really evil, potent mana. And so anything else he would summon got scared by his mana, except her, because his mana is tasty to him. And in order to recharge, she has to kiss him. So if trash is your take, take this trash.
All right. Now, one that we were kind of wondering about was the Teppen, Laugh Till You Cry. Did it make you laugh or did it make you cry?
It made me chuckle because it's about a form of Japanese comedy where typically it's two dudes will stand there and just sort of banter back and forth, one of them being the straight man, the other one being the funny man. But in English terms, in Western terms, they're both the straight man. They're like, oh, and then I used the fax machine. Ha 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 ha. Like it's not a really compelling form of comedy, but I wanted to see more so about Osaka. And so far, it's been really good at tying in Osaka because their story is involved running around the town or the area. It's been fun, but they couldn't air the second episode because the second episode had a scene in which someone got Minecrafted who was a politician, and it was scheduled to come out shortly after the actual politician was Minecrafted by our cyber future boy with his homemade boomstick. So we may never see episode 2 of Teppen. So it's a little disjointed,
Well, that definitely throws a wrench in the works when, yeah, when art imitates life or life imitates art, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I say show it, but we'll see. Maybe we have to wait for the Blu-rays. Maybe that'll be long enough for them to be okay with releasing it. It reminds me, as soon as that came out, that news thing came out, it reminded me of when Evangelion was releasing. There was an angel that was supposed to release a noxious gas, and it was going to target a bunch of people in Tokyo too. And right before they were going to release their George Lucas, get out of here, your eyeballs. Right before they released that was the sarin gas attacks from that one death cult. So this happens in anime quite a bit, which is weird.
yes, it definitely is. So, all right, what do we got next on here? All right,
Bastard, we already talked about, so we can skip that one. Yurei Deco, I can say real quickly, if you want on the nose, like tap dancing on your schnoz, commentary about how social media puts a veneer across what reality is, watch Yurei Deco. It's a little too on the nose for me, so it's not exciting me enough to go back for a second bite. But it's very, very colorful, and it shows like a very interesting. It feels like if you turn off all of the hologram stuff, you're in Logan's Run. You're in one of those 80s sci-fi movies where it's the perfect future, but everything's covered with these holographic veneers and these. You've got enough likes to buy a better avatar so that you don't look like who you really are, right? So it's very, very on the nose, but also that makes it a little boring to me. I don't really care.
Okay, so I know with Phantom of the Idol, that one was kind of a teetering to start with because the premise, been overused on quite a few.
Still haven't gone back for a second episode, but we'll find out.
All right, so yeah, that sounds hellish. And yeah, it always sucks when that happens, when life imitates art, art imitates life, and shit happens either way, so. And of course, Bastard, so good. They haven't released Doomsday with My Dog yet, have they?
Nope. And then there's, I've got pages of other ones that looked interesting to me that I still, either they haven't come out or I haven't started them, or you need to go watch them in their uncensored version because it's better than watching it with 4 layers of censorship on different websites.
Okay, so let's scroll back up for just a moment there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Down just a smidge.
Logan's Run was 76? Jeez.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. And hello, Sailor Sonic 78. Great to have you here today. And yeah, Logan's Run is a long time ago.
I always picture that as an early 80s thing in my head.
Okay, so these either haven't released or you just haven't started them.
Yeah, everything else on the list I haven't started yet.
Out of the things besides Cyberpunk, which one do you think that you'll get to soonest, or sooner rather than
soonest? Soonest is definitely going to be Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Who has that one?
Websites that I Google Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World uncensored. Because if you watch this one on Crunchyroll, or I think it's Crunchyroll, there are entire scenes that are just a black screen. And between the other one's going to be Made in Abyss. I really love Made in Abyss. I'm laughing because they literally announced, watch the movie, and then people started this second season, and they're like, what's going on? Who's this? Where are they? They're in a different place. And it's like they literally said, watch the movie, like, and the movie explains quite a bit. So definitely this one will be the next one that I get rolling on.
Now, did you see the first season of it?
Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. It is a whenever you take something that's very sort of cutesy in its design style, and then you use that to tell a deeper, more interesting, more whatever it takes to survive story. And when we have these Moe Blob characters setting bones because they broke their shin, that's when I get like, okay, this is what anime is about. Anime is about using the art form to tell a more dynamic and interesting story. So we have something like Ranking of Kings a couple seasons ago, and then we have Made in Abyss, which started years ago, but you know, we're continuing on with it now. I love when we get that art style that really embraces the cartooniness of animation to tell us a really deep and interesting story.
All right. Now, what about Classroom of the Elite?
I loved the first season. I need to do a refresher and then jump into it. Everybody seems to have forgotten that Main Boy is like straight up sadistic, which always makes me giggle when people are just like, "Oh, I heard that was good," and then they watch it and they're like, "I remember that being good," and then they watch like the new season, like, "Oh, he's evil," and you're like, "Yeah, yeah." Did you not watch the first season? He literally says, "You're my tool" to most of the people in his life. Very, very, very good. So these two, granted, they are second seasons. So having seen the first, I need to finish the story. So of course I'm going to watch those. You want to take something that's not a second season and not not Harem in a Labyrinth. It's probably going to be. Oh no, that's a second season too. I honestly couldn't tell you. I like the rest of these are all very like they have fun premises, but they just like, as much as I want to learn how to play shogi with When Will Ayumu Make His Move, it is more about just their relationship, and I wanted to just know more about shogi, which I can just do on YouTube. And I've heard lots of mixed reviews about the rest of these as well. Like Isekai Life, I gained a second character class. Popcorn garbage. Hello, Rosie.
Hello, Rosie. Welcome to you. Great to have you here today. And Daniel says he totally agrees with you. Animation should be used for exaggeration and things that are more dynamic. Yeah, I do agree too.
I'm gonna say this one just so that I have like an actual answer for you. Smile of the Ars Notoria, the animation, because every time somebody reads this, they're like, "Oh, I think you'd like this show," because it's like cute girls, but then also like tea parties, but then they're also summoning magic and stuff like that. So I'll say this one to give you an actual answer.
All right. Well, I can say that out of the rest of my summer list, let me share it here real quick again. There is one show that I have started watching that you haven't, and that is Tokyo Mew Mew New.
Nice. Nice.
And
Tokyo Mew Mew original fans, rise up.
Oh, come on. Are you going to zoom in or not, you stupid thing?
You got to go to 300% before it makes a change.
There we go. 300? All right, we'll bump to
300 gives you the 4 across, I found.
There we go. That will do a 3. So
That'll
yeah,
work.
Uncle from Another World on Netflix, must watch. Bastard, Netflix, must watch. Tokyo Mew Mew New, that is on High Dive.
Yep.
It's cutesy, it's fun. I'm gonna keep watching it because it is exactly that.
Well, and see, that's exactly like Tokyo Mew Mew came out originally in 2002, and I have tons of friends, male friends, female friends, like jacked friends that are into like Dragon Ball now, skinny friends who have only watch harem shows that will all say like, "Oh, Tokyo Mew Mew, that's what got me into anime." And it's like, what? But then you watch it and you're like, okay. It's kind of like anime distilled into like its perfect little vial that you can take, and everything will be great.
Yes. Still haven't gone to Call the Night. Waiting for this. This is the one I was talking about. Engage Kiss.
Demons and PMCs. Everybody has sent and shared that the picture, the way they animate the kiss is one of those things where like they've got the spit trail coming between them as they separate from said kiss. And what I've heard is episode 1 sets up a good premise, but it sort of loses its momentum after that, which always kind of makes me cranky. So I'm waiting for someone to say, "Oh, it's good again," and then I'll jump in. I'll jump in if someone shouts, "It's good again."
And I have not started Overlord season 4 because I haven't even finished Overlord season 1. So
I have
it
heard
is on my
nothing
list.
but praise.
Yeah, I've heard
Nothing but
good
praise
stuff
from
about it.
Overlord fans.
Yeah.
The CG army is the best it's ever looked. And it's not distracting at all. So the whole show is just next level.
Yeah, I need to. I've been thinking about is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon, but I'd have to go so far back. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to that one in a reasonable time. And
Well, and there's the mainline 4 seasons plus Sword Oratoria has like 2 seasons now, so there's so much dungeon to watch if you wanted to catch up. It's getting to the point where it's a little bit like catching up on Fate.
yeah. And Futo Pie, I know that we put it on there, but I'm not sure about it. I'll definitely check out the Licorice Recoil. Of course, I
Definitely.
got to watch the My Hero Academia stuff. I still need to finish season 5.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll watch this one. I'll give it a try. If for no other reason than something for the background. Probably when they get an English dub, if they get an English dub, so that way I don't have to pay too much attention to it.
There you
Definitely
go.
Overlord. Parallel World Pharmacy. I know that we talked about it.
His name is Pharma. His actual name in the show is Pharma, and you're like, what?
Oh man.
Did we think this through, or did we just dump it in there? That's kind of weird.
And Hound 3000 needs some hugs. Overlord season 4 is good so far. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I do want to see it, but for some of these that are second seasons, third seasons, fourth seasons, I got to go back and catch up on. And then the maid I hired recently is Mysterious. Anything on that? Heard anything about it? Is it even out yet?
It is out. It is out. The eyes are amazing. This show is a overall it's sort of similar to that death count one, where it's just a guy and his maid and sort of their antics. But instead of that one where they both knew everything about each other, it's one of these like, oh, I've got a new maid, and she seems to be an assassin, but I can't prove that. But he's also a kid, so maybe it's all just stuff that he's making up in his head. Very, very kind of fun, exciting show. But if nothing else, just looking at that animation of the eyeballs.
All right. And I'll definitely have to get into the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. And I'll
Definitely.
check out When Will Ayuma or Ayumu. How would you pronounce it?
Ayumu.
Ayumu.
You got it.
When will Ayumu make his move? I'll check that out for the Soji aspect of things. So yeah, it's I must say so far with this summer season, what I have seen, I have been very pleased with it. I really can't I can't say anything really bad about what I've seen so far.
Right.
And yeah, I'm gonna dive again back into Tokyo Mew Mew New because it's cutesy and hilarious, and I think my kidlets would absolutely would love it. So I'm gonna watch it
Definitely.
and have them watch it.
And it's a good show for kidlets. It's not like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, we'll fast forward these scenes when we get to them. You can just let them watch it,
Absolutely. So with that, everybody, I think we've got a pretty good summer lineup so far. We're caught up on it. What we've watched so far, we've got. Let's see. With them, the summer season ends in September, and then the new season for fall starts in October. So we have a little bit left to go. So if any of you haven't watched any of these, you've got your homework to do. Go check them out. Be sure to set up an animelist.co a list, and then add stuff to it, remove stuff to it, sync it up with your Twitter, so that way I know what everybody's watching and everybody else knows what you're watching, and you can notate what you like about it, what you don't like, what you've watched, when you've watched it, if you're dropping it, whatever the case may be. It's a great service and it's a lot of fun. Plus, then it helps keep us on track on what we need to watch and try to buzz through.
Mm-hmm. And especially with a season like this, where everything I watch is like good enough to keep watching. It's hard to know what I should keep up with. You know,
Yeah.
and the beauty of the anime group, you know, the whole point of the escape corner is now we have people to talk to about it. So if everyone else is watching it and it's good already, let's all watch some good stuff together and talk about how great it is. Positivity only here. Peace and love.
That's right. Yeah, we'll definitely keep this series on the positive side, talk about the stuff that's good and not rail on the stuff that's bad. We'll just say don't watch it and just leave it at
Yep.
that because it's not worth wasting your time on anymore.
Cobra
So-
Khan, I do have thoughts on Nichijou, but I think that would be better placed at one of my night streams. So join me at 7:00 PST Monday through Friday. We can talk about what I think about Nichijou because it's a little nuanced.
Absolutely. And Peter Venkman Fansite says I'm way back in the years right now. Same here. I've been excuse me. This week I've been going back in time. I've been watching some Tenchi and some Ranma and trying to get through them. I need to pick back up with Fighting Spirit myself, but yeah. And let's all watch the good stuff together. And actually, that is one thing I do want to speak about for anybody that is a channel member. If you sign up to be a channel member, we are going to start doing watch parties. I'm going to start it next month, and the first show that we're going to go through and have a discussion about is Ghost in the Shell Standalone
Ooh.
Complex. And what better way to start off with something that's very deep, very complex, but yet so enjoyable. So enjoyable. Yeah, my list would basically become me trashing Funi for how they badly inconsistent they are. Yes, that they can be. And yes, your hair is very floppy today. Well, if I was on camera, everybody would see my hair and just how long and floppy it is. So
Yeah, I know your hair. You've got you got those Fabio locks going.
yes,
No
I
one else
do.
knows, but it's like an Adonis. Just it's why you don't show your head because everybody would be so distracted by your golden locks that they would never listen to you.
Yes, that is the problems with having the hair, having
Yep.
great hair. So, but yeah, definitely check out Blaine's Escape Corner. Typically 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through
Yep.
Friday. Be sure to
Yep.
follow him on Twitter. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, definitely do. And yeah, anytime that I update something from my list, the analyst.co will update you and let you know so that way you can keep up with where I'm at and I can keep up with where everyone else is at. And with that, I think we're pretty good. So yeah, if you become a channel member, we'll grant you access. I'm still deciding if I'm going to use something like locals or if I'm going to do a Discord or a gilded server. I'm not 100%, but that is the plan. We're going to start with Ghost in the Shell, and then we'll go from there. So if you join up either at the Weeb level or the Otaku level, we'll definitely do that. We'll have the watch parties and have a members only discussion. So one of the benefits of joining the membership as either a weeb or an otaku. And yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if well, you are a channel member, so if you show up to the member stream here in 2 hours or in an hour, I will show you what I look like. Now, if you start running for the hills, that's a that's another thing altogether. But well, yeah, you can if you just go and click on the thing and say $1.99 a month, and you can join.
It's true. I did it.
Or if someone is nice enough to do gift memberships again, you never know. If you have your thing set to accept gift memberships, I think for fun. Yes, I'm going to call it now. For next month, on the first stream of the month, I myself will do a 5 membership purchase, and it'll, as I said, it's randomly selected based on what YouTube does. So I can't guarantee who will get it, but I am going to do it. So when
And
I do
when it
that, you'll have to
happens-
be on stream.
When it happens, you're on stream, and then you'll see a little pop-up that says, do you want to accept gift memberships? You'll click it, and then you'll hit a button that says, allow my account to accept memberships from this channel, because it's channel specific. So even if you have allow memberships on another channel, when they get gifted, you'll have a new pop-up in that chat. You'll have to click it. You'll have to say accept. And then that usually means that you're one of the chosen if you've seen that little pop up in your chat. But if you miss it, it'll sit there for about a minute and then it'll go to the next person. So make sure you're paying attention in chat when you see the so-and-so purchase gift memberships. Scroll through real quick and see if you've got that little button that says, oh, let me receive one of them, please. Very, very, very important to do.
Absolutely. Very important. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it can be done from a phone. But,
It can. I have only accepted
Okay.
memberships from the phone.
All right. Well, there you go. So, yeah, well, let's see. Let me actually set the date. Okay, so the first episode for Anime 101. So Saturday, August 6th, I will do a purchase of 5 memberships. And as Blaine was saying, you have to be present in order to win, and you have to accept the gift if you are already not a member. And for all of my members, I definitely appreciate it. And of course, Blaine, thank you for being here today. Yeah, give me an hour. I got to get some food, and we'll have a members only live stream. So I hope to see
Awesome.
all of my members there. And with that, everybody, Blaine, you have yourself a wonderful day, a good Thursday, and have a great stream tonight.
I will.
Let's see. So the Saturday show is at 12 p.m. Eastern. So 9 o'clock for the West Coast people, 10 o'clock for the Mountainers, and 11 o'clock for the Centrals. And my member stream, I do plan on doing here in about an hour. So, all right, everybody. You take care now. And I'm going to leave you today. Oh, let's see. Which one? I'm going to leave you with a classic. It's called Integra.
I'ma go eat that health thing, bitch!
I got your arm.
So shove it up your ass! Well, that's not fair at all.
I'm sorry. We don't give a fuck.
Fuck,